If you're not in ABCD, you don't know confusion. You can't know confusion. Always being told to assimilate while elders tell us to keep our faith. Always told to join sports teams while not allowed to keep our grades tearing at the seams. If you're not in ABCD, you don't know confusion. I was chilling with one of my friends at Starbucks talking about life in school, and I made the mistake of referring to myself as an ABCD. He proceeded to laugh uproariously, calling me the idiot by calling myself a name of a song by the Jackson 5, and proceeded to sing off-key for about a minute. I cut him off and proceeded to explain to him what the term ABCD meant. For those of you in the audience who don't know, an ABCD is, as defined by Urban Dictionary, an American-born confused desi. The term is used to describe those in the Indian community who have seemed to have forgotten about their Indian American roots. The term is also used to describe the unique feeling of confusion, living in a society which promotes assimilation as well as standing out. Here's my life as an ABCD. I wake up in the morning at like 7 o'clock, groggily go downstairs to hear my mom playing some Indian classical music. Not because she's overtly religious, but because it makes the home feel peaceful. I then put my headphones in and listen to a playlist of Ariana Grande, Kesha, and Arjit Singh. On the bus, I transform from Siddharth Ravi to Sid. I proceed to be Sid for the rest of the school day, come home, transform back to Siddharth, rinse, and repeat, 365 days. I've actually changed from Sid to Siddharth, well, Sidhu, for as long as I can remember. But back to my name in a little bit. I can all but guarantee that every Indian American has experienced some version of what I just described. All right, maybe not the Ariana Grande and Kesha part. What? I think that Seven Rings is like one of the best songs of the year. Anyways, back to my name. I changed my name in first grade. I had a 7-letter long name and decided I wanted a 3-letter quick, easy name. I think I did it because I was lazy and wanted to have something easier for me to spell. But nonetheless, I changed it. I think I did it because I was tired of having the mispronunciations. The Sid hurts, Sid hearts, the I'm sorry, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, and my personal favorite, Siddhartha Rayan. I then changed my name, and after about 9 years, ultimately, changing my name has been a fruitful one. It's easier for me to make non-Indian friends because non-Indian people aren't in fear of mispronouncing my name. They can just say Sid, which is a common non-Indian name. Funnily enough, some of my older Indian friends who've known me for a while call me by Siddharth. They do it because every time they call me by that name, I flinch because my mom only calls me that when she's angry at me. And then they do it because they don't want me to forget about my Indian heritage. Which brings me to my next point, my heritage. Trust me, there is no way for me to forget that I'm Indian. I see it every day in the mirror. What people don't realize about me is that I'm incredibly religious. I know, shocking, but Sid Ravi is an incredibly religious person. People choose not to find this information out about me and instead decide to notice that I don't express my Indianness outward, and I have changed my name. What I've noticed that many times, Indian Americans are the first ones to attack each other. We call each other coconuts, brown on the outside, white on the inside, almost daily. We call each other fresh off the boats, ABCDs. I think we do this so that we're not in fear of doing the wrong choices, and we want to have the satisfaction of knowing that we're doing something right, so we tear each other down. If someone doesn't have the same friends as us, we make fun of them, whether it's mainly Indians, we call them Little India. When it's not a lot of Indians, we call them fake Indians. It's constant. As an Indian American, you're faced with the impossible task of not knowing who to talk to first. If someone's listening to a new song from a Hindi movie, you don't know whether to join in or to just ignore it as if it's not happening. You're trained to talk to people that don't look like you as to better assimilate, but then change yourself to fit that stereotype. For example, my mom constantly talks about my grades. She's constantly telling me to have good grades, as she should. I then complain about my mom to my friends saying, oh, she's always asking for those good grades, even though ultimately I know that it's for my own benefit. My mom and dad push me to do math and science, and then I complain about math and science to my friends, even though, frankly, I'm pretty good at it. The poem I gave at the beginning of the speech, I wrote when I was in the 8th grade. That was about 3 years ago. And although I do believe that a lot of kids feel confused, I don't disagree with what I was describing when I was 13 years old. I'm still that confused kid who doesn't know what he's doing, who wears different hats, who keeps secrets constantly because I don't know who to talk to first and what to say. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you see someone that doesn't have the same experience as you, the kids that may not do you, don't judge them. They're probably just as confused as you are. I am an ABCD. I get confused, I keep secrets, but I'm stronger than the stereotypes, and I'm better than the expectations. And so are you. Thank you.